Hey everyone, Justin McGlennon here from Role Potential, and I'm here with lesson number 8 of the Regenerative Sales series. Lesson number 8 is one of my favorite. Lesson number 8 is great cultures do not happen by accident. They are cultivated. Most sales organizations, what we find is that they think that culture has to change every time new people join, or they think that it has to change every time there's shifts within leadership. And what we tell them that is in a regenerative system, culture, it doesn't erode, it actually strengthens. And that's what we're going to talk about in lesson 8 of the Regenerative Sales series. It is how do we and what actually makes cultures last. And there's going to be 3 things we'll talk about. We're going to talk about the rituals that anchor teams. We're going to talk about the importance of roles evolving with the people, not staying static. And the third one is we're going to talk about relationships that stay strong across generations. So let's start with the big myth. And the big myth here for lesson 8 is culture is fragile. It's a myth. Many leaders believe that culture is something that needs constant rebuilding. After every reorg, after every new hire, or even after market changes. But if your culture is truly regenerative, it doesn't crack when things shift. Instead of cracking, it actually adapts. Think about it this way. We love to use hiking analogies. A strong trail doesn't just wash away when weather changes, but it actually holds its shape, and it does it because it's been walked on with care by people. And culture works the same way. It's not a slogan to be put up on the wall. Culture is a shared rhythm of how we show up, how we treat each other, and how we renew through change. Regenerative cultures last. Why? Because they are designed with the 3 anchors we mentioned earlier: rituals, roles, and relationships. So let's talk about the 3. Rituals. These are your team's renewal patterns. If you're not familiar with the term renewal patterns, they are just practices that reinforce belonging and reflection within the team. We like to introduce companies and organizations we work with to our Monday renewal rituals, get it in the beginning of the week. Friday renewal rituals, get it at the end of the week so you can hit that next week strong rather than going into the weekend into the feeling of, oh my God, finally I get a break. This could be peer recognitions. It could be quarterly reflection huddles. The whole idea is renewal patterns are rituals that turn your culture's values into habits. Number 2, regenerative cultures, roles evolve. And what do we mean by evolve? We mean they don't just stay the same month after quarter after year. Again, this is a good example. We go and we hire a sales rep. 3, 6, 9, 12 months later down the road, we go and hire another sales rep. And what do? We pull up that old job description and we use it again. Why? Because the role stayed stagnant. It didn't change. Nothing happened. So what do roles do in a regenerative culture? They evolve. They flex with people's growth. So you might have a rep who becomes a mentor. You might have a customer advocate who all of a sudden is designing enablement content, right? Static roles are going to create stagnation. Simple. Dynamic roles are going to create renewal. And then the 3rd one, relationships. Strong cultures invest in connection. It's not just collaboration. How often do we use the word cross-department collaboration, but little do we think about the actual connection and invest in the connection within that collaboration. Relationships that last are built on trust, appreciation, and curiosity. And it's when these 3 anchors align your culture, the rituals, the roles, and the relationships, when they anchor your culture, that's when your culture can weather any storm, just like the trails out there. It's not about perfection, it's just about consistency over and over. Every generation adds nutrients to the soil of your culture. And it's something that's really, really important that we really have to hold true and understand, because in today's workforce, we have 4 different generations in there. We got the boomers, the Gen X, the millennials, and we have the Gen Z. And all of them add different nutrients to the soil. Let's go through it. What do boomers bring? Boomers bring endurance. They bring history. The Gen X, they bring pragmatism. Millennials, they bring purpose, collaboration. And then finally, your Gen Z, what are the nutrients they're bringing? They're bringing authenticity, renewal. Too often what we see is that leaders actually treat these differences of the 4 generations as friction. But if you're a regenerative leader, you know that friction is fertile. A culture that lasts doesn't flatten those differences. What does it do? It celebrates them. Of course it does. The question isn't how do we make everyone think the same? The question is how do we make sure every generation feels seen, valued, and needed? That's the way we're going to be able to take all the nutrients from every generation, and that's how we're going to be able to make that stronger, fertile culture. So what's the experiment for this week? Just like in every video, there's an experiment for the week. This one, another one, culture durability check. Takes 10 minutes, probably not even, but here's what you do. You go and you ask your team 4 simple questions. 1, you might even just ask yourself these, but it's great to get perspectives of others as we just talked about. But 1, do new hires adapt to our culture, or does our culture adapt to them? Number 2, are renewal rituals part of our daily rhythm, or are they just nice to haves? Or maybe this is a brand new concept we never heard of and we don't have them at all. Number 3, do our roles evolve with people's growth, or do they still stay static? Is a sales rep today doing the same work and expected to do the same responsibility as a sales rep from last year? It's an easy question to answer. Do all generations feel they can shape the trail, not just walk it? That's number 4. And your answers to these will clearly tell you whether your culture's foundation is more kind of towards the reactive side or if it's towards the regenerative. But that's going to be really, really important. So I say, again, take 10 minutes. That's your test this week or your experiment. Answer the questions by yourself, answer them with your team, and see what happens, see what you can come up with. But from this video, lesson number 8, most important, remember, strong trails do not disappear when new hikers join. They become stronger with every step. And just like those trails, great cultures do not happen by accident. They are cultivated. They become stronger with rituals that anchor teams, roles that evolve with people, and relationships that stay strong across all 4 generations. So thank you for listening. Appreciate it. Lesson number 9 next week. Thank you.